If you have not shared any photos or we would also encourage the actual HTML and CSS. You can continue to just keep posting that uh, in the WhatsApp, and then we can quickly copy paste it. So if you haven't posted the pictures or images of your actual website, your web page, we will encourage you to do that. You can continue doing that right now. And then also the HTML and CSS, because we would really like to see how you wrote that. So you can continue to do that as the class is going on, because we can quickly just give a copy paste into it. Nafisi, is that how it is? She just posted on WhatsApp. That would be perfect time. I have one student, Nafisi. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing that right. Still having problems getting images and linking. This would be a perfect time. Put your put your code in the chat, and then in the WhatsApp, and we can put it on, and then we can see if your peers can help you get it. Perfect time. Put 3 more minutes, and then Mr. Victor is gonna start you off today. So again, good afternoon to everybody for this final Friday. And then if you still want to put in images or code, please do that in the WhatsApp. We can easily transfer it over real quick. I'd give them 2 more minutes, Victor, and then we'll just get going
Oh,
for the ones that are here, and then as they're coming in. All right, Victor, I would take it away, bud, and let's start it for today.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Um, I'm happy to have you on board today, and I'm excited as well that we've indirectly come to the end of this journey. Yeah, it has been a tasking journey. I must tell you, it has been a tasking one, and some of you have been having sleepless nights since on Monday, trying to get a project, trying to ensure you are on track, trying to ensure that you are on the same page with us. And this is so much appreciated. And I must tell you that it pays. Yeah, it's definitely pays. So you have not wasted your time, you have not wasted your efforts, you have not wasted your internet as well. So once again, I must appreciate you. Well done, well done, well done, well done. Thank you so, so much. Thank you for the energy you put in. Those things uh were an encouragement to us as well. Because at some point it was the energy we saw in you that drive us more. So thank you so, so much. And I appreciate all of you for that. You are all wonderful girls. All right, so quick, quickly, let's get into the business of the day. Mr. already shared some questionnaires which is going to guide you for today's presentation. I believe all of you have seen it on WhatsApp. If you are yet to see it, okay, thank you, Cherry, for that. So this is it. So this is the presentation questions. It is not, don't worry, it's not an interview question, just something uh that will guide you so that when it's your time to talk, you will know what to say. Number one thing is the name and the purpose of your web page. If your web page is to advertise or to sell um, clothing, okay, you tell us the purpose and you tell us the name. I believe each I can see different in my, you can see fashionista, so you tell us the name of your website. The second one, you walk us through the development process. What do I mean by development process? You tell us, okay, how it started. Oh, this is how it started. If you started yours yesterday, if you started yours on Monday, and what are the things you used? All right, HTML, CSS, you tell us that. And the third one is, what did you find most challenging when creating your web page? I know at some points, a lot of you had issue with adding images to your web page. So you may want to mention that as well. Oh, it was the images. It was so challenging for me, and you tell us how you overcome it. So that's very important. And what is the fourth one is your future improvements, your future improvements. So in future, when you have more knowledge about this, what and what feature would have you picture to add to your website? Or are you just going to leave it like that? Okay. If you go online to search for uh e-commerce website like Jumia, whereby they sell dresses, you will see that okay, there are other features that is being added, the price, the payment gateway. you can begin to envision that, okay, these are the things I'm going to add to my website, or I'm going to go from selling just ladies wear, okay, to maybe unisex, or babies wear, anything, anything. So you tell us your future improvements. And the last one is, what is one thing you've learned during the development of your web page? What did you learn? If this is your first time of learning HTML, I learned HTML, I learned CSS, or what did you learn? So you have to tell us at least two things you learned during the development process. Yours might be soft skill. Oh, I learned how to be patient. I learned how to work under pressure, Do you understand? So basically, that is that. Which will be next time. All right. Yeah, ladies. So this is the time to do a gallery work. This is where we are going to be seeing your projects. And please take notes. During this gallery work, we'll be calling out some people. Maybe you may want to volunteer yourself. Do you understand? So what you just do for us is, we don't have a name to the project. We'll just show you the project. Then you tell us, you give your feedback. You give your feedback. Looking at the site, you're going, okay, maybe this is very nice, but it is important, and I'm emphasizing on this, that you start out with good feedback first. You don't just see somebody's work and I say, this looks so ugly. No, no, no. That's discouraging. So please don't come up with that. There are better ways to advise on, but what I'm saying is that you must start with the positive side first. Can I say, oh, this is very beautiful, but it will be better, or it will be best if when next the person follow this or that. I believe you get what I'm saying. All right, let's get started. Okay, so this is a student, this is a student's project. Just sent a video and said, your tablet is Goodbye. Goodbye. So this is a student's project. We need to have two people to talk about this project. Remember what I said, you have to start with the positive feedback first. What do you see in this project? Do you think this is too perfect? Or do you think there are maybe some touches that is needed to add? How do you think it can be spiced up? Do we have a volunteer? Do we have a volunteer? All right, thank you, Obedience, for taking the lead. All right, go ahead.
Good day, everyone. So, sir, I think the project really looks so nice, but I think she should um classify the, like, these footwears now. I see some are for males, some are for females. So she to classify it like this one female footwear, male footwear. So that is what I think should to add to the project. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you so, so much for that wonderful feedback. That was so professional. I was so professional. Right. I was so professional. Do we have any other person?
I'm here. Yes, I would like to add a feedback. This is Mrs. O. I like the color really. The background color catches my attention as a user if I'm trying to order something from that site. It's a beautiful color, purple. Um, so I like the color that she chose for the background, and I can see the uniformity in that color as well. She's not kind of like changing colors. It's just one basic color, which means it's not busy. Um, so I like that. One feedback that I would like to give, I would love to see more description of the items that you're selling, because if I'm buying something on this page, although I'm a visual learner, I also want to learn more about what it is that you're displaying. So adding more text to describe the item um, would really be great. But good job.
Thank you so much, man. Thanks for that feedback. Of course, that's so professional too. Uh, and we are sure we can't get anything less from you. So we just have one more student before we go to the next slide. Do we have one more student? Do we have one more student? Yes, you can unmute yourself and just, though you don't have to say much. Going. All right, you can also use the chat box. You can give your feedback in the chat. We'll read it out for you. All right, so I assume that is too perfect. Okay, I assume it's perfect and okay for everyone. All right, so let's go to the next project, Coach Eric.
Hold on, Coach Eric, before, and Mr. Victor, before you move on to the next one, I would also like the instructors to give their own feedback, because we're moving forward. So this is the place where after the students have given their own feedback, the instructors can also give the developer of this project their own feedback, so that they can take that feedback, and be able to improve on this project and share it with us again on WhatsApp.
All right, sir. Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. All right, Mr. Toby, do you want to take the lead?
Okay, thank you very much. This is very beautiful. Like Mrs. O said, the picture is alive. Sorry, the color is alive and quite catchy. But for me as a person, I think one thing I would like to see differently is the color of the order button. It's quite this is looking the same with the background. So for me, it can be easy to go through it without seeing it, or go through it without being able to see it differently from every other thing. So I think I would suggest that she changes the color. So the color that is there should be one that will stand out from the background color. Thank you. But overall, it is a nice one.
Thank you, Mr. Toby. Thank you for that. Let's Ms. Cassidy, do you want to give your own feedback too? And Cassie else.
I can give mine while she's kind of getting going. I do like the color. I am actually different than Toby. I actually really enjoy the purple button. I think it looks really cool. So remember this is your website. And so I do want you to create it how you like it, especially when it's dealing with the HTML. So if you hear feedback that somebody says and you want to go against it, that's okay. Okay. I made a website. My buddy said, don't do it black. I want my website black. I did it black. That's just the way it is. You're the developer. So everybody's going to have their own. So the only thing I am confused, I don't understand the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not really too sure what the purpose of that is. So not that you need to get rid of it or not use it, but I just don't know what the purpose of that is, unless it has to do now maybe with I'm going to order number 3, which is this necklace, or I'm ordering number 2, which happens to be that necklace. Okay, so that would be the only thing. I just don't understand what the numbers are for. But I do like the purple on purple. I think it looks, and for some reason I'd really like to see your code. I don't know if you gave something. There is some CSS called the box shadow. I don't know if you gave it a box shadow or if it's just default shadowing that's already there. But I was telling Miss Oda that I think the button looks absolutely superb myself. So kudos to you.
Yes, I see that as well, Coach Eric. It looks like the buttons actually pops out,
Yeah.
as opposed to just being a flat 2D. So this is a little bit different from the others. Well done.
Okay, thank you so much for that. So just a few feedback from me. I think you said it all. Like the first student said, what you may like to do is put them in categories, like she said. It's so important. That is the scrolling of a user. So the users knows that, okay, this category, that this category is for ladies' shoe, this is for men's shoe, And after that, I think your color is okay. And maybe next time you may want to start your heading too so that it stand out. So the button, you may want to make it bigger. This color is okay. Like Kucherik said, I think it has a shadow. So it's a bit different from the background. You may want to add border to it. You may want to make it bigger. But it's cool. I like the color as well. Well done. Good job.
All right, thank you, Mr. Victor. At this point, we would like to hear from the developer as well, to hear our own, to hear the voice of the developer, and maybe they can answer one or two of those questions for us. Because if we're not speaking to the developer, it's hard for us to see what their thoughts are as they were building this web page. Can you type your name in the chat? Can you let us know who you are? We're so proud of you. Please let us know, identify yourself as the developer. So the developer's name is Helen. Well done. Good job. Can you unmute and just tell us one or two things based on the questions that we shared with you?
Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon.
So, ma, about the numbers, like if you are ordering number one, then you're going to know you are ordering number one. So it will not be too complicated. And you doesn't know where the other button of one is. That's why I numbered it.
Awesome job. Coach Harris,
Thank
does
you.
that answer your question or wondering?
Yeah, now looking at it, I kind of see. Now, Helena, what would happen if I order number one and I get my shoes instead of the dress that I want because they both have the number one? I guess, how would you to distinguish between, I guess, is that because I'm pushing this order button that's on the dresses? So, but I do see what you mean about the numbers. So, very good job. Again, it's your website. You do it how you want. So awesome job with that. Very, very good job.
Thank you, sir.
Well done. One more question for you, Helen. What is it that you would like to take away? What is it that you would like to add other than what has been suggested? For you taking a look and saying, oh, if I had more time, this is one more thing that I would like to put on this webpage.
I'm going to add more, like you said, more words like on what you are buying. So
Okay.
if you are buying dresses, I'm going to write more on the dresses.
Description. Good job. Well
Yeah.
done. Well done. All right. Can
Thank
we
you.
give our virtual clap emojis for clapping?
Are you ready to move on to this one here, Victor?
All right. Okay, thank you, Eileen, for that wonderful time, for that wonderful project. Thanks for giving your feedback. This shows that you really understand what you are doing. Yeah, we appreciate you for that. All right, now we go to the next project. And this says quality beauty parlor. Wow. All right. So this is the project of a student. I'm going to, like I did the other times, so I'm going to start with the students. So the students will give feedback. Remember, like I said, you start out with the positive feedback. Do you understand? Before saying what you feel. So who is going first? Who's going first? Kindly unmute yourself and speak on.
We have a hand raised from Obedience.
All right, Obedience, please go ahead.
Okay, so I want to talk about the Empire Stationaries. Project really looks so nice, but for the picture, I think if she's doing this kind of thing, she can like go to Google, search images of books. The background, they are seeing the background of where she snapped that picture. So I think she should go to Google, search images of books, and then add it to so that it will look more attractive.
All right, thank you so much. And when I saw this on the WhatsApp platform, I think she stated that this is not really our own project. Like she was just trying to, use the knowledge of what she has acquired So to maybe come up with something like a stationaries. But all the same, thank you for your feedback. I believe it's hearing us too. So when you are getting image, you must like try and get image that looks attractive. The internet is there to help you out. If you want to get 3,000 images, the internet can give you for free. And all the same, we appreciate your creativity. It just looks so nice. Going outside fashion, it means you already picture what you can do with this, and that is the best approach to learning. That is the best approach to learning. When I started learning HTML, I started thinking of what sites can I use this HTML to build. And with that, most of the things I was taught stick to my head because I was looking at the productive side of it, and which is what you just did. All right. So, Biden, do you want to talk about the Queen Parlor Zone, the Queen Beauty Parlor? And obedience, you are muted. I don't know if you're talking. Oh, all right. Okay, do we have another student?
All right, students, if you're not able to unmute and share, this is the part that it's really, really very important for your peers to hear your feedback because it's important for them to know what's on your mind. This is how you collect user feedback in order for you to be able to know what the users are feeling about your website, and you take it back because the whole purpose of the website is to make users come and buy or make users come and interact with your website or your web page. So would like to hear more from students. Please type in the chat if you're not able to unmute and speak. Also would like to hear from the teachers. I know Mrs. Bayode, you're here. Please, it's a time for you to for the teachers also to be involved and share their feedback regarding what the students have done.
Good afternoon to the STEM Wonders team and to all the students and everybody in the house. Honestly, I am so happy and very, very happy for what I saw some of our students doing on this platform. I felt so challenged. I chatted up Mr. Toby Tio, when I started my own on Android, and I got hooked. And seeing my students doing, getting to this extent, I'm so happy, honestly speaking, and I really, really appreciate STEM Wonders team. I really, really appreciate them. It's a beautiful one. I know that we can still improve on this with the pictures that I'm seeing. We can still, but this is a very wonderful, feat, and I'm so happy about it. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for this great opportunity that you have given unto us. Personally, my own, I'm still going to come up with I'm still going to build myself. Yeah. If it is Babatunde and obedience that will bring me up now, I will do it. Yeah.
Thank you so much,
With the supervision of Mr. Toby.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mrs. Bayode. Mrs. Bayode is a teacher at SLA and one of the facilitators of this program as well, based in SLA, Akure. Thank you so much for your comment. Maybe other instructors now can also give their comment before we have the students talk about the developer actually, talk about this project?
I can go. If we're talking about this brown one, I just love it's clean and simple, and I just absolutely love that. I love this brown color. I think it looks absolutely fabulous against the brown color of the dress. I think it's perfect. It's clean, it's simple, and I absolutely love it. Obviously, you just need to do the button, so just put your styling on the button. So I think it's absolutely beautiful.
All right, thank you, Coach Eric. Toby, do you have anything to say? Mr. Toby, can you hear me? I think it's frozen. Mr. Toby, okay. What about you? Ms. Cassie, do you have anything to say? Coach Eric, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, we can hear you. I'll just
Yeah.
if they're not answering, that means they're probably frozen or they're not there. Okay, I think Mr. Toby came back, but that's okay. I don't think he heard you in the beginning. So for me, I think just like Coach Eric said, it's a very beautiful color. I like the fact that the color actually also blends with what's being displayed and matches it. So it's really for the eyes, it's not busy and it's calming. I will just put it, it's calming to the eyes. So I really, really like that. The cost is what once when we are doing this, we also the developer, please also pay attention to your typing as well. I know this would be like a draft stage. It's not something that is a final product in for real. So when you go back and take a look at this, go back and fix little things like the cost where you have NGN, there should be space between that and the price that you're stating over there. But overall, I believe that this is a very, very nice project. Well done to the developer. So at this point, we'd like the developer to identify herself in the chat, and then you can unmute and tell us about your project.
Do you have the developer in the house? Oh, probably she has been kicked out. Okay. If time permits us, maybe we'll still come back to this in order to give her a chance to spread herself and to answer some of our feedbacks. Okay, so we'll just go on to the next one. Eric.
Oh, we didn't talk about the white one? The one in the middle?
Oh, I did talk about the
Oh,
Empire.
okay. I wanted to make a comment about the one in the middle. I noticed that you don't have your photos under jewelry and bags, but kudos, you do have the alt, so I still know what's supposed to be there. So I wanted to make a comment on that. It says jewelry with styles and bag with styles. So that's exactly why you want that ALT. So awesome job with that, because if they don't come up, then we still know what should be there. So I apologize. I wanted to say with that. So awesome job. Okay, here we go. We'll move on now.
No, I believe she's still working on it. Yeah, I believe she's still working on it.
Sorry, we also forgot to ask Coach Eric if you can go back. I know we focused on the Queen Beauty Parlor. If the Empire Stationaries can identify, the developer can identify herself and the one in the middle so that they can at least have a word or two on their project as well. That would be great. The middle one and then the Empire Stationery, if they're here, so that they can speak about their project. Developers for this slide, please identify yourself in the chat.
You don't have to be shy about that. Be proud of what you did.
All right, if you know the developer's name and they're not here, can you put the names of the developer in the chat because you've been interacting with them? If you know the developers for this project and you think they're not here, can you put their names in the chat so that at least we'll be able to get that feedback from them much later? All right, we can move on to the next slide. Probably not here.
All right, Coach Eric.
Sorry about that. I'm trying to help some people on WhatsApp as well, so I apologize. There you go. Okay.
All right, so this is another project. Fables. I think we're looking at this, we can know the developer of this project. All right, so this is Favor's passion of, like we'll be doing. So I'm going to allow the students first to give their feedback before giving mine. I will have the students to give their feedback first before giving mine. So do we have anyone? Do we have anyone? Do you have anyone who wants to talk, please? Obedience. All right, go ahead, please. Unmute and go ahead.
The project looks so nice and I love the color. But I want to tell her, I want to say something. I can see the other side where the road dresses. The heights are not really the same. So I just want to tell her that she to first add the height, maybe 200. It should be the same thing with this one, the other side. That's just what I want to tell her.
All right, that's was so wonderful. Yeah. Like I do say, your feedbacks have been so professional. I honestly must tell you that. Do we have any other students before I give mine?
Hold on, Mr. Victor. Thank you so much, Obedience, for that feedback. Talking about the images and the uniformity, that is really very important in your designs when you're adding your images, so that you're having the same size for your images when you're doing that. I would like to, since we're not really getting a lot of feedback as we want from the students, I'm going to call on Helen because I know Helen has presented and we heard your voice. Helen, please unmute and give your feedback on this for this particular one, Favors Fashion Hub.
Okay, ma'am. The color is nice and it's cool, but like Obedience said, the heights are not really the same. So maybe she should work on that.
All right, thank you so much, Helen, for that feedback. Sola, Koinsola, please give your feedback. We've had feedback about the images and the color. The people are saying they like the color, but they're saying the images should be on the same size. Koinsola, please give a feedback on this and let's hear your voice. You can type it in the chat or you can unmute. How about Treasure?
Treasure, are you there? All right. Mrs. Powell, did you want to say something to this too? Mrs. Powell, can you hear me?
I think the network, I don't know. I think it might be the network.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I think the network is bad. Go ahead and let the instructors give their feedback. I think the network is not that good.
all right. So if you have any feedback to give, please unmute yourself. But I'll go first. Like the other students have said, this is a very nice project. I must tell. Oh, Mrs. Bauer, do you want to talk? Don't worry, I can give you a chance to. I see you unmuting yourself.
All right, sir. Well done, sir. Yeah, looking at the same process, I mean, the same project that we are assessing. Yeah, I can see that the size is not the same. So the student really need to work on that. Of course, it's a beautiful background, and the color pop up from the background, but the size is not the same as regards the image.
All right. Thank you so much,
Thank
Martha. All right. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so this project is very beautiful and lovely. Like everyone has said, it is very lovely. I like the images. But I don't seem to get what the first image is. Also, the button. Sitting from where I am, I can't see the button because the color of the button is conflicting with the background color. So you may want to get something that stand out. And if you are using maybe a particular color, maybe you have to stick to it. I see black in the midst of white, and I see, you know, I see some, I see some, what do you call, a hyotal of color riot. So you may want to correct that. And for the heading, it will be so nice if you put padding so that, the content can be bold enough for people to see. Do you understand? But all the way, this is wonderful. And like other people have said, the images should be at the same height. Maintaining a particular size for image stand out a size. Do you understand? People put a lot of effort in ensuring the user interface of their website is very attractive because that is the first thing that attracts customer.
Mm.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I
Do you
think
have
we
any?
have a student who raised their hand in Yolua. For our audience who may not understand what color riot means, because that's a lingo in a local lingo. Color riot, what Mr. Victor is trying to say is the color has to match and blend for a website in order for it to be more visually appealing, instead of the colors going way out as you're designing your web page. All right. I don't know if Inioluwa got kicked out. I think she just did, because I don't see her anymore. She did raise her hand though.
We'll give her time to do that when she comes back.
All
All
right.
right. Do you have any other instructors that want to say anything?
I wanted to agree with the pictures. That's cool. I absolutely love the emojis. That's absolutely fantastic. I don't know if you can just add spaces in between, because that kind of gets a little complicated sometimes to do. So favors, I love the Z. That's very fashion forward. You have the high heel. I think you might be able to put a space. I don't know exactly, and that's fine. We'll learn that later on. I love the colors as well. I think the red pops with the footwear, so very good. I did want to talk about the black photos of the actual HTML. The very first one on the far right, I just want to say organization is extremely important when you are a coder. So putting those spaces, the H1 and then H2 IMG, blah, 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 then a space, then H2 IMG, blah, blah, blah. Absolutely fantastic. So when you have to go back, it's going to be easier to find, as opposed to writing all line after line after line after line after line. Okay. Please don't be scared. You can have 10 lines of code and 30 different lines. That's fine. Nice spaces in between. The two style.css's, they look really nice and clean. Everything is nicely put in there. You do want, again, for me, for just maybe my OCD, on line 6 and line 7, you see how background color and heading aren't tabbed in. I would just make those tabbed in. That's getting nitpicky, but great job. I just wanted to talk about the spacing. I think it's really important. So thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Coach Eric. Thank you. As you're talking now, so I just take a look at the code and I discover your button is BO, and that's why you're having it this way. So it is BUTTON. So please correct that and you will have a nice look. You will have a nice look. All right. Thank you, Coach Eric. So can we have the students? Can we have the students who can we have the developers?
I think, yes, I think Inioluwa is back. She was the one that raised her hand. So if she can unmute and say what she needs to say, and then the student can also, like you said, identify themselves in the chat.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. I really like the project. It has a very nice color and the heading color, but I feel that the color of the images, she could get a better color of images to match with the background, because the color is red, it really pops out, and the background color is a cool one. So maybe she could download another image that matches with the color of the background.
Thank you, Inioluwa. So that's so professional. All right, can the student identify herself? If you are the developer of these projects, can we? If you don't want to speak, just use the chat. Put in the chat box that I'm the one.
All right, we can move on to the next one. I know people are being kicked out and coming back. just in case the developer is not here. We're going to share this video on WhatsApp as well so that the developer can also hear the feedback.
All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, Kucheri, can we go to the next one?
I think this is the rest of it.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry.
All right, I think this is the whole thing for fashion, favors fashion. I think this is the rest of it.
Wow, we didn't see this. That's so lovely. Wow. As for me, this is perfect for me to look at. Yeah. Yes, and so one more thing, students, is that it is not necessary that you add background all the time. Do you understand? You don't have to have background color all the time. Like this, the three slides we can see, in as much the headings are stand out, and this looks so professional. Do you understand? Seeing this from afar up, I'm attracted to check your site, to see more content, to see more, to click on the buttons and the whole thing. Mrs. So I think this is for another student.
I think a student is identifying to own this project.
Yeah, I think this particular one is for another student.
It's a different screenshot.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Ayokunomi. Ayokunomi, is this for you? All right. Okay. Yes, awesome. I love the project. I love the UI. It looks so uh neat, attractive, and professional. You know, the color, all of them all has touch of red, and the red is matching your prices. That's so beautiful. All right, do we have any other students who wants to give their feedback? Do we have a student who wants to give our feedback? If you want to talk about this project, can you unmute yourself? All right, like I said earlier, you don't really have to come and, dissect everything for us. You can just talk about the color. Oh, I love the color. That's all. Do you understand? And please always ensure your image are beautiful to the developer. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Biode. I think Ayokunomi is the developer. Let's identify that. All right, from the instructors, do we have anyone who wants to give his feedback about this?
I do like the white, and then I like how the red pops, and I like how you have the same color. I don't know how to pronounce the collection. I use collection, but anyways, the background color is the same as the button. I think that looks really slick. I like how your bag, shoes, and bracelets are probably H1s. Or maybe you just made them bigger font in the style.css. That's great. Looks really nice, crisp and clean. And I think because of the what I'm literally looking at right now is the black shoes, the black shirt, and the black watch. That just looks really slick. So great job.
Yes, all right, thank you, Kucheri, for that. Okay, do you have any other instructor?
Like you all said, it looks really beautiful. the product pops out, so it's easy to identify what exactly I'm looking for, even without searching too much.
Mrs. Bayode, do you want to say something? I see that you asked a question. Ayakonomi is the developer. Do you want to add your own input?
All right, I've said it. It's a beautiful work. Initially we didn't see the remaining slide. So when it was the remaining slide was shared,
This is for
I
a
was
new
like, wow, this is a beautiful work. The color is beautiful. Honestly speaking, it's a very beautiful work to me because it's fine, Sha. The red is okay. The uh do I say green now? It's not green, but it's okay, Sha. It's okay. So you can see the product. The product is clean and well displayed. So it's a beautiful work. It's a beautiful work. I know that for anything done, you can always develop on it. I know for her doing this, I should be able to do better. I'm very happy to see this. It's beautiful.
All right. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for your feedbacks. And I believe she's here too, and she can hear us. And that's so wonderful. Like Mrs. Bayode said, it can be better. Yeah, that is one of my boss's motto. It can be better. It can always be better. Yeah. So think about some other things you like to add. Okay, maybe I should just ask her. So, Ayokonomi, what are the other things you envision to add to this site? What are the other things you think, if time permits you this site? Ayokonomi, kindly unmute yourself. Unmute. Baba today, Ayokonomi, can you hear me? Okay, thank you. You okay. So she said she would like to add school bags, trousers for display. Awesome. Awesome. So please, immediately after these sessions, don't just abandon your projects. Those things you envision to add, please go ahead and add them. Get good bags, trousers, and ensure you add them to your website. All right. So, Kucheri, can we go to the next one?
Some reason I can't. For some reason,
Maybe you need to refresh.
I can't because of it gives me this text.
Oh, that's your annotate. You should see.
I can't. It won't let me.
Yeah, can you just check beneath it? You will see annotate. So it's the annotate that you've clicked on the text one. That's why you're
And
having it.
annotate.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I didn't even. Okay, there we go. Thank you so much.
All right. So, Coach Eric, would you like to maybe take over from here?
Yeah. Okay. Wow, this one looks really nice. We have both the HTML and the actual photo. I do like this blue, again, those little emojis look really, really cool as well. I think the blue with that gray top looks really nice. I like the white color wording as well. That's really nice. And then the exclusive fashion. You've really paired those colors together. Girls, that's I think I commented on this a couple days ago, but that's a nice that's a nice oh gosh, I know we were talking about the UI on Monday on I think it was Monday about the jobs for the front end developer or the last day of our class. That's part of the design is knowing how to what colors go well together. So I think that's very nice. Looking at the HTML, please, 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 we are not going to do line 11. We are not doing inline style anymore. Please, please, please do not do it like this anymore. As you can see, it works, but good coding practices, we are going to have our style.css folder and put everything in there. Okay, so here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. So look at that. That's extra lines of code that is just going to make this HTML index file extremely huge. So you can break it up and put it inside of the style.css. Plus, remember, as we were talking about classes, you can create a class for every single one of your, for example, H3s, and then you just write one line of code for that, okay? So great job. I love the spacing here. You have a break right here. That's really nice. Okay. Great job. Okay. Anyone else like to comment? Any student, please?
All right, Mrs. Bayodi already commented too.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, I think that came in a little bit later. Okay. I know we're kind of running out of time. We're going to go through because I just want to show that everybody's is being valued on here, and we have a lot of them on. So same thing going along with it's the same exact one. I did talk to the girl about her order button. Real quick, she accidentally didn't write PX right there. So her order, it didn't do the padding right there. So be mindful of every little symbol, semicolons, colons, spaces, dashes. It's extremely important, okay? When you're going through this, extremely important. That's what I've been noticing with a lot that, oh, it's not working. It's you've written the code, you just maybe put it outside of a curly bracket or a spacing or something like that. So be mindful of that when you're going through. Okay, here it is again. She has two images. They're written right below each other. They are an inline, so everything's just going to go to the right of it. Okay.
All right, Coach Eric, please, can we have the student identify herself?
For this one, okay.
Can we have the student identify herself? If you are the developer of this project, can you identify yourself? If you don't want to talk, you can use the chat or box. Oh, Ineoluwa, awesome. Do you want to unmute yourself and say a little bit about the project? From what Coach Eric said. Ineoluwa, do you want to unmute?
Yes, sir. I have corrected the button.
Okay,
I
you
sent
correct.
the screenshot yesterday.
Yeah, yeah, I did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
All right. Okay. Like everyone said, I you have a wonderful background, you have a wonderful color blend, and you have wonderful pictures. I love the emoji, you added exclusive fashion, this and that. Yeah, it's so awesome. And the color, that text color is unique, I must tell you. Well done. Actually, we can go to the next one. Do you have any other personal contributes? Jerry?
Yes. Oh, the next one? Okay, real quick, I wanted to comment on this HTML. You see how line 11 to line 20, there's no spacing. Again, that's where the spacing would come in, okay? Because when you have to go back, it's so hard to see on your eyes. I know this is on a phone, but same on a computer. So make your spacing. Line 11, 12, 13, 14, and then you have your button to 17. Perfect. That can be together. Then make a, 2 or 3 spaces and then do your H2, H3, IMG all over again. I would even space that H1 because the H1 is up here. And then this grouped of my H2, H3, 2 images, H2 and button, that's all together. Okay. So that's what I'm talking about with the spacing. Okay. Great colors on the page. I like how you wrote at a cheaper price, get it? Very cool. I like how you added that as well. Okay, here we go for another one.
All right. So we have a OVX Fashion Plaza. We have I think we have these are 3 projects. Okay, Obedience, do you want to say something about this? Just unmute yourself.
No, sir, I'm not saying anything, but I thought that he put the index HTML and my project together. I thought that the other one, he was thinking that that was my project, but that's not it.
Okay, so which one is your project here?
The first one showing on the screen now,
Okay, what about the remaining ones?
that's not my own.
Okay, okay. All right, awesome. So Kucheri, do you want to talk about this?
Well, the Obex Fashion Plaza, again, great colors. I like that color with the brown color of the dress. I like how it's all red. Again, it's nice, clean, and simple. The order now, red on the black might not be the best. I don't know. I would try white, but that's fine. That would be my only thing. The photos are the exact same width and height. Sometimes it is a little bit hard because the photo, if you have 2 photos the same width and height, one might look really nice and the other one, maybe the height actually needs to be a little higher. That would be something you would have to do. You could do inside of your computer before you pull it in, but these photos do look nice together. So great job. The one in the middle there, again, I like those colors. I know you were doing what Mr. Victor said with the teal. That is a nice color, and the red with the white. Dresses with different styles. Something happened there. I think it obviously has to do with the way it's written in the HTML. But I really want to talk about this red one, this novels. I don't know what it is, but my eyes are just drawn to this book called Joy. I think I just love the 2 pictures that you did. The top ones are all at an angle and the bottom ones are up and down. the all red looks really cool. The white letters on the tan, it just looks a little bit hard, but that's fine. You can always leave it like that. So again, I just
Uh,
like to see everybody's creativity.
all right. Okay, so this is what we can do because of our time. So once we display the project, just signify, um, just identify yourself if your project is the one being displayed, so that we don't waste time asking students to identify themselves if this is their project. So the moment the slide is changed, just identify, oh, this is my project, this is my project. That makes it easy for us. And if you want to actually give your feedback too, please go ahead and give your feedback. If you want to give feedback to this, please go ahead and give your feedback. So can we have the students who developed the novels to identify themselves and my store? Obedience already identified that's the one who built the first one. Oh, Favor is the developer of the projects of the novels. All right, that's awesome. Like Coach Eric said, beautiful color picture mix. And so you may want to just make the button clearer as well, because I can't see what is written inside the button. You may want to give it another color. Do you understand? All right, obedience, your button too, like which Eric said. So you may want to use another color. The red color you're using in the button, I can't see it from here. All right, so the middle color, the middle project, my store, is awesome too. But I don't know what happened. The picture is overlapping on the text. So you may want to actually correct that. If necessary, you may use your BR, your break tag to break it. All right. So any other person before we go to the next one?
Go to the next one.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I think this whole thing is just for students. Okay, so this is very wonderful. I like the color as well. I like the color. But a few things to just talk about is the button, the title, and yeah, the button, the title. So you may want to improve on your color. Do you understand? So that we don't have multiple colors. You know, in color we have primary, you will actually get to learn that in as time goes on. So you may want to improve with your colors. But it is very nice. I like the background. The background merge with the picture. It's fantastic. And you may want to add padding so that this text, these headings can be clear for us to see. Richard, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I like the yellowish orange. Obviously the blue, because of the way that the default goes with the background, obviously whatever is written underneath the blue button. And now I know this is, you know, on a phone and showing here. I guess that could be a little bit bigger. The color of the button is really cool. I like the color that you chose there. So very cool. Hey, great job. Little things like Victor was saying, padding, that's all things that we will be continuing to learn. So not a problem with that. we want to move on or have somebody else say something?
All right. Can we have the developer to identify ourselves? Can we have the developer to identify ourselves? Can we have the developer to identify ourselves? All right, Kuchari, maybe you can just go on to the next slide.
So this the index HTML looks really clean. I like how everything is broken down. H2, IMG, H4, H3 button, H2, IMG, H4. So that's really nice when you're going to go back and do that. I'd have to see. I don't know if maybe because of the width or the width of your images and because of the size of your phone, that's why they're not next to each other. And that could be just because of the size of the phone, and the other one was done on a computer, I think. So that's really cool. Top off your style with your trendy hat. Or I mean, I'm sorry, with our trendy hat by now, very cool. I do like the hats there. The style CSS looks really nice, and then you have just more index with the width and the height. Like Mr. Victor said, the width and the height is really the only styling that you can do with the image. You don't even have to do it there. You could do the images. You could style the images as well in the style.css, but that's okay to have the width and the height there in the images. That's fine. And great job. I know we have wait a minute. I think this is the same person here because I remember. So here's more if anybody would like to talk about. Again, I like those emojis, and I do like the order button. I like that color as well. If anybody would like to comment on this one, please. And then whoever the developer is.
Okay, so can the developer identify herself? And ladies, if you want to give your feedback about this, please feel free. Please feel free to do so. Just signify if you want to talk about this project. Wow, Treasure, you are the developer also.
Here's some more of her photos here. She's kept the same theme throughout. That could be something too, girls. You know, maybe having themes. We didn't really do this, but putting each of the categories inside of their own div. That's another something that you'll learn. So you could break those up. Hats could be one background color, scarves another, jewelry's another. So that could be something in the future that we'll be showing you as well. Here's a continuation of her of hers as well. Okay.
All right, students, please let's try to speak up. We have Favor on the line. We have Obedience. We have Oluwa coming. Please don't just keep silence, please. Treasure, please. Let's try and give our feedback. Like we said, you don't have to talk about all the projects. Just say something. Oh, I like the color. I like this. I like that. So please, let's not just keep silent. Let's say something. This is very, very important. This is very, very important. All right, so Treasure, do you want to say anything about your projects? If you don't have Treasure, do you want to say anything about your projects? All right, I guess network is not good at our own end. Okay, Troy, do you want to go to the next one?
Yeah, it's gonna be the one, and then we have a whoopsie daisy. What happened? Oh, hold on. There it is. Sorry, I just had to refresh it real quick. That's the one I was looking for. So it looks like the tan one is a little bit different.
Yeah, I think we've talked about this is for obedience.
Okay, oh yes, okay. All right, well then that's gonna bring us to the end, girls. So I've been doing it throughout the whole time we've been on. I've been helping one student help her. She was having problems with the images, so we just did everything starting from brand new. Okay, so in the STEM Wonders, I have a bunch of towards the bottom, starting at 6 a.m. my time. So I think it's going to be 1 p.m. your time. You can start looking. There's a bunch of individual photos of exactly how to create the folder, to put your image folder inside of that, to do your files. So if you need to do that over, please check there. We're going to be on throughout the next days and coming weeks to help you. I have another student that is not able to be here this week, so she's going to need help. Please let us know. Remember, you can do your own homework as well. Get on the internet, chat GTP, Copilot. There's a ton of AI that will help you as well. Okay, I would encourage you to advance your skill at your own pace. There's YouTube channels, everything. Don't wait for us to tell you what to do. Plus, other developers will tell you a different way, and maybe you like it done that way better. Okay, the outcome is going to be the same. So we will have this WhatsApp channel open for a while. Okay. I did get one comment about the JavaScript. Yes, we're going to send that, and I'm going to make sure. I did ask Toby where we can get all of the videos that we did this whole week, so you can probably put those up. The JavaScript's pretty basic. You're going to link it like you did the style, and then add. You're going to edit one line of code and add 3 lines of code in the JavaScript. So it's pretty basic. So that will be up there. We will continue to help you throughout the coming days and weeks. Okay, so we're going to share some surveys and polls relevant to your learning and the development of the school website. When we come back, when school is back in session, that is going to be our grandiose. That's what we really want to you to be focusing on, is the development of your school website. So throughout this time and the upcoming weeks, start jotting down your ideas as you're looking at other websites, things that you like, things that you really want to see to come out onto your website, so we can help you out with that. It is your website. All of you girls are going to communally get together and talk about what you want, what you don't want, and we want to make that happen for you. Okay. Talk to us about what you liked about how we taught you, what you need more. Do we need to slow down? Do we need to talk slower? Please let us know. Give us feedback about the way we're teaching you. Okay, it's a little bit different from Toby, Victor, Cassie, and I, because we know what we're talking about. So we might be going over it way too fast. So please make sure that you let us know, hey, please slow down, so we can really understand what you're telling us to do. Okay, do you want more pictures? What's the best way for you to learn as well? That's going to be really important. Okay. Okay, the development's going to continue. You're going to be added into teams with clear categories and assignment descriptions. Okay. And then each team's going to have a student representative that will provide feedback. That way we're not hearing from a ton of people. There's only going to be one person giving feedback about your team. Okay, so each team will have your own specific area to be developing. Okay, that'll be really nice. We'll have a web design team, the front end development, the back end development, content creation team, quality assurance, and the project management. Okay, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams divided by how many girls? I don't know exactly how many of you wonderful girls there are going to be, but you know, it'll be divided up into that. Okay. Toby, am I missing anything? Victor, am I missing anything? Cassie, am I missing anything? Miss O?
Yeah, I don't think you are missing anything. The modality will be communicated to them
Okay.
on the platform.
And then Toby, can you give them reassurance now? You will be, are you going to be able to package all of the videos into one thing and send it to them? Is that going to be possible for them, including well, I don't know if you're going to give them the PowerPoint of the JavaScript, or we can just, maybe Victor and I can go over that throughout next week. What are you thinking on that, Toby?
Okay, I'll be able to put together the links to each of the sessions that we have had since Monday. That was day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. I would have a message sent to them with every of those links in it. So, but concerning the JavaScript, I think we'll still have to talk about that. So we'll communicate that to them on the WhatsApp group. They should be on the lookout. Be on the lookout of the WhatsApp group for further information concerning the JavaScript information. But for the classes that we've had since Monday, you want to go through it, you want to go over it again, I'll send a message that has the links to every of those classes.
Okay, very good. Absolutely beautiful. Okay.
So
Okay.
I think
keep going.
Okay, so I think one other thing I would like to add is, for as many of you that has not been able to fill the requirement gathering survey, that's the survey towards the website creation, to gather information that we talked about earlier. I'm going to resend the link today so that we can quickly check. For as many that has not been able to fill the form yet, you can quickly check and fill the form so that we know what are your thoughts concerning the website. Thank God we now have more ideas about what it looks like to build your website yourself. So I think it will help you be able to relate with whatever questions you're going to come across on that survey and be able to give answers according to what you want. So I'll reshare the link to that again today so that we can quickly go through. As many of us that have not been able to, we can quickly go through to do that. Thank you very much. That's all from my hand.
Thank you, Toby. Victor, Miss O, and Cassie, anything to say before I let the girls ask any questions?
Nothing from me.
Okay, girls, we have been doing a lot over the past 5 days. I just said Rome wasn't built in a day yesterday. We are not done, okay? We're not stopping the communication. Keep going on WhatsApp, okay? I'm in a different time zone than you are, okay? So, you know, we're all going to be able to help at different times, okay? So let's keep the communication open and the learning going through the WhatsApp. I would encourage you to create a brand new thing and keep going and going and going and going and going, okay? Just because you did it one time, do you remember how to add images in? Do you remember how to link, okay? So keep practicing. Give yourself a daily goal of at least an hour a day of getting on and looking at code. It's going to make you, it's just going to make it more comfortable, okay? Commit yourself to a goal of an hour a day. Get on. Even I get on, I just rewrite the same thing over and then move on, okay? Get it just like you were riding a bike or learning to walk. It didn't happen the very first time, okay? Are there any questions from any of you before we leave? Favor, you have a question? Type it in the chat.
Yeah, I think she can speak as well if she's able to.
Oh, okay.
I think she already asked her question.
Yeah, is it every day? Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, Toby, Victor, myself, Miss O, and Cassie, we have our things to do it throughout the day. But yes, I will be communicating when I can to help you out. Absolutely. Images are extremely important for me. I'm extremely visual, so I need to see what's going on. Same with Mr. Victor and Toby. So send photos of the things that you're going to have problems with. Okay. But yeah, communicating throughout the day, whenever we get a chance, we will reply to you. Okay. Right. Like I said, we're not done. Okay. It's not, we're not done. Like, I'm not going to talk to you girls anymore. Okay. I want to make sure that you're continuing on. So in the coming weeks, you can